What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're paying homage today to Chris. You know, Chris rocks the black assassin gloves, so we're rocking the black assassin gloves because we're in Chris's truck. And remember, always throw away your gloves. Don't wear them all day long. That's gross. We'll go to my preset in Chris's truck because Chris is giant and sits in the back seat. So today we're gonna be taking Chris's truck off-road, pre-running. We're gonna beat it up in the desert. I'm just kidding, we're not really doing that. We are about to back up on top of this curb right now though, because some jerk in an OBS is like blocking the whole street. But actually what we've got going on today is we're going to be doing some more lighting installs on Chris's truck. We explained it in the last video and I'll explain it a little bit more once we get over to the shop, but we're gonna try to do things a little bit different today. Now, if you guys can hearken way back to my 2015 Silverado, you will have remembered the Grille LED lights that I had put in. Coming over to the front, we're running LED lights in the grill. My buddy Nick, he did it first, and he kind of showed me what to buy. It had been an idea I had for a long time as well, but having somebody do it and then finding the parts I need. They're LED bolt lights, and you really can't even see them in the daytime. They blend in real well. And I mean, I guess we might actually be able to do it on this truck. But the way the Silverado grill was set up, we ended up drilling in LED bolt lights. So if you guys don't know what LED bolt lights are, they basically where your hex head of a bolt would be, that's an LED, and then the rest of the threaded part is on the back and the wire runs directly through it. So you can really just drill a hole, feed the light through, screw the nut on the back, and you are good to go. And it was honestly one of my favorite features of my Silverado because not many people had done it. I actually got the idea from American Duramax. So Nick gave me the idea to do it. He did it on his truck. We changed it up a little bit on my truck, and then, well, now Chris wants to do it on his truck. Now, unfortunately, on Chris's truck, there isn't really like a nice, good flat spot. I mean, I guess you could do it right there, but it stands out a little too much. We like to recess everything in a little bit. And this channel that they have right here, it's gonna be hard to show on camera, but it's very tapered like a V inside of there, so you really couldn't get a LED bolt light in there unless you had one that was super tiny, and at that point you're really probably not going to see much of it lighting up. So we've gone back and forth on a few ideas. We think we've come up with an ideal solution. We're going to try it today. If it works, awesome. If it looks horrible, well, sorry, Chris. You ready, buddy? Right on time, Sergio, right on time. Look at that. It doesn't get any better. What are we doing to this thing? We lighten this thing up or what? Yeah. Obviously, Sergio, IEP, does pretty much all of our lighting installs now that we've become great neighbors. One of the things that Sergio did, I mean, you can see the tow truck back there, they do emergency lighting, he's doing this big old semi-trailer over here. These look like fun. Yeah, 40 of them. 40? Yes. 40 LED lights. One every like 5 feet. See, we're starting with the red one, and then amber. Oh, so they are 3/4. Yeah, 3/4. 3/4 inch LED lights. 40, you said? Yes. 40 LED lights all the way down the side of this thing. That's gonna look good. Sergio, we've talked about this for a long time. When are we buying a scissor lift? I think we need it, dude. You do enough of these. I think first the forklift, right? I mean, yeah, probably. And then I can use the forklift. I can put a pallet on there and then... Allegedly, yeah, we'll build an OSHA-approved work platform on top of the forklift. All right, that works. In this case, I'm only swapping the LEDs because they went with a cheap version of them. They failed, obviously. Sergio, you can say Chinese. Chinese, like the Chinese barriers. So we're swapping them off, and that's an easy, with that ladder we can do it. But if we were doing the new wiring and all that, then definitely I need the forklift. So the lights that we're going to be going with on Chris's truck are this style. Are these Phoenix? Yes, sir. So these are Phoenix lights. What's the part number, Sergio? We don't have Wes here. We need part numbers. D-5001, and then the color A, R, or B for different color. Amber, red, blue, whatever. Suck on that, Wes. Sergio's got the part numbers. Part numbers from the products that I use, but not for everything else. Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways we could have been doing this, but we think this is going to work. We're going to mount these in Chris's grill. We're running 3 of them. Typically, do you have one like not done yet? Yeah. The one on demo, because Chris took the last 3 that I had. Oh man. So one of the things with, like, you know, obviously all the craziness going on in the world, we're big on working with what you got. We just so happen to be blessed to have Sergio's entire lighting shop by us to work with what we got. But yeah, Chris really wanted this option. So these are what they look like from the factory. They're clear lens. They look good, but in Chris's grill, everything's black. So you see black on black on black on black. these stand out a little more than we wanted. So what Sergio did was he took basically, I forget what it's called. It's like the spray paint smoked lens to do, like a lot of people do their taillights in it. You can get it at Pep Boys. Chris got it at Pep Boys. You take the smoke spray and they sprayed over the clear lens to make it darker, and now it'll blend in better into the grill. And I'm assuming it's still going to be super bright, because if you look at just how bright those are clear.
Yeah. It should be good enough. I have used for some undercover vehicles, and some of them I use tint, the limo tint on them.
Yeah.
And it's still bright. Like,
gotcha.
It'll still work.
Well, Sergio is over here telling me he's going to, there's a regular mode and a dim mode. He's like, well, yeah, we got to put that on dim mode. I'm like, Sergio, have me and Chris ever put anything on dim mode? We want that bad boy as bright as we can get it, Sergio. All right. So I think we just run this bad boy high power, screw the dim mode. Let's make it bright. Screw it, put this thing on there. That's enough LEDs right there. We'll put one of those on in this grill.
Whatever you want. Look, we have all sorts of lights.
There you go. IEP.
Yep. Tow truck, light bars, directional modules, LEDs, strobes, everything that you need for
United States, Mexico, whatever. We got you. We're international wholesalers, dealers. I mean, he's got all. Do these turn on? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
What else do you need?
I don't know, but I feel like every time we come in here, we just mess with all your buttons and switches.
Yeah, that's what I have here. Just don't leave your coronaviruses there. Look, this is a searchlight. A lot of people don't know about this. They still want to use like the police kind, which is manually.
Yeah.
You have to make a big hole on your frame of the side of the door, put a tube in there, and then from inside you can move it.
Nah,
but
well,
this is
2020 right now.
And they're actually pretty old. They have like 5 years in the market.
Do we have here? Let's talk about real quick this bad boy.
This is one of the newest Phoenix lights that they came out with. They went, hey, let's go do a little bit of off-road, new technology, because everything is the same. Nobody has improved, only jump from one generation LED to the next one. That's it. So what they came out with is this AI series, and they call it AI because you have an AI controller.
So I don't know if you guys heard the little servo motor or whatever's in there.
So aside from it being so bright, like that right now is like 19,000 lumens on this bar.
Yeah, you're gonna catch this thing on fire over here, Sergio.
You can even look inside. So if it's too bright, you can go and change it to lower the brightness a little bit, or you can go from spot to flood by turning the switch. And the AI thing about this bar is that you can have an automatic mode with a GPS antenna, and you can program it on your computer at certain speed. You can make it automatically go from spot to flood. Let's say you go in high speed, it will automatically go to spot, and you have a churn or something, you will slow down and it will spread out the light. So everything is automatic. So that's why they call it AI.
It's crazy the way like technology comes, obviously with like all the newer vehicles from the factory. Well, not all, but a lot of newer vehicles from the factory are coming with headlights that actually turn when you turn the wheel, so you can see around corners, which is like amazing. And I wish I had that on my truck, especially having tinted windows. Like that would be great. Obviously, to adapt that to the off-road market, like when you're speeding up, you want to be able to see further out in the middle of the desert where there are no lights. When you slow down or you're making a turn or you're in a bowl, you want it to be more floodlight and more kind of closer to you. So Sergio's the man. If you guys want to get some AI light bars on any of your off-road vehicles, or you got to outfit your construction vehicle or whatever it may be, or you're like Chris and you just really want to do something cool behind your grill, I don't know.
How far apart, just in the middle of each one, or?
Yeah, if it were me, I would go center, center, center. Yeah, I wouldn't. You don't want to spread too far. They look better when they're tighter.
Okay.
More like the Raptor running lights.
So I was thinking the same thing. So yeah, they're closer together, but not too close together.
Yeah. So I would just center, center, center. I think that'll look the best.
The only issue is this thing. We'll see how far can we go.
What is this thing? I wonder if it shoots the air up, somehow channels to the intake.
That's a breathing.
I mean,
the one that will need.
I don't think you're gonna go that much further back than that. So these are the mounting brackets.
So we go like this.
Yeah, dude. That's plenty far back, Sergio. What do you need me to do, Sergio? Give me the Sawzall. I'll start making holes. Chris also is running a Phoenix lighting controller, which is right there in his center console. Can't reach it. Can't reach it. Which we figured maybe we would run the amber lights into there, because the lighting controller actually has a built-in strobe on the Phoenix. One of the things we were talking about was hooking it up to there. That way Chris could always have a strobe function on the amber lights in his grill. But that would also mean he would always have to manually turn on the running lights. Basically, these are meant to be running lights. That's kind of like the whole goal and point of this. So if you want to sit there and have to remember to manually turn your running lights on every time you drive the truck at night, that's one way to go. But me personally, I would never remember. So we've opted to just tie it into the running lights. To do that, all you got to do is tap the running lights off the headlights, which will be a pretty simple wiring job straight from there into one of the headlights for power.
If you do this, it's not gonna be center. Do you want to do the same on the other side, or should we cut stuff?
Let's cut stuff.
You want to cut stuff?
I think center's gonna look better. I'm no mechanic. This might surprise a lot of people, but I can't imagine like that thing's drawing that much air to the air box way over there when we've already got like a opened air box versus the sealed one from the factory. I'll make the decision to chop it off. What's the worst case scenario?
Chris is gonna cry.
I'll buy Chris another $100 plastic shroud if like this thing's detrimental and the truck all of a sudden starts overheating. Doing something off center is not going to look that great.
Yeah.
So if we got to just trim a little bit of that scoop right there or something to get them all centered in the bays, I think that's the right call. You got the mask. You're good. I trust. Yeah. All right. You know, it's funny. We're doing all this like amber light construction work truck on Chris's truck, and this is the real work truck, dude. When are we going to outfit this thing with all kinds of LEDs? No, you guys spend money on keeping the Ford running?
Yeah.
So they got the plastic piece out. They ended up flattening. These were little L brackets. They flattened them now that they see like a better way to attach them a little bit deeper in the grill. So one of the things they wanted to do was send it further back in the grill so you don't really see the whole housing itself, because we like things to kind of blend in.
What's up?
Are you ready? I'm off the phone now.
Yeah, trying to make some business deals or what?
Yeah, I am. Hold on, don't hook it up yet. So first of all, I mean, if you just stand back right here, if you didn't see any of those tape marks, you would have no idea. I think the tinting of the lenses was perfect for this setup right here. Yeah, you can't see those lights. I mean, you can, but you really aren't ever going to see those lights. They're not going to catch your eye. Those look good, dude. I really like how much they're ghosted in there. I mean, Chris, you almost should spray all your lower lights there.
I would have loved you to say that before we put the grill in.
I was a little busy on the phone for the last hour, so I apologize. I should have said that earlier. But, well, when you're installing his new AI bar, you could totally, then we'll paint we'll be good. 19,000 lumens too, that'll go right through. So how many coats of do you have the tint spray? Can I show that on? So this is what they used. Night Shades, VHT. I'm sure there's like 10,000 different products. This one was off the shelf over at Pep Boys, right?
Pep Boys.
Pep Boys Special.
$14.
14 bucks?
Yeah.
It's expensive. Yeah. Jeez. You could probably find this on Amazon for a lot cheaper, but
99 cents.
yeah, what'd you do, like 1 or 2 coats? Because obviously the more coats, the darker you tint.
We went 5.
5 coats?
I tried on a white piece of cardboard, and I noticed how dim it was, and I tried 5 of them.
Gotcha. So 5 coats essentially got them pretty blacked out. All right, let's see how bright everything is. Oh yeah.
It's good?
Yeah.
How good is it?
Sergio, it's too bright, man. Can we dim it a little bit?
Actually, that's dim.
That's dim? Holy crap.
Go regular. Go regular.
Woo. Oh, we got flash.
Yep. So the thing is that we have 19 patterns. One of them is a steady on full brightness, and the other one is a dim.
All I see is little amber dots everywhere. Dude, that's bright, dude. I would totally leave it like that.
I would too, but
Sergio says no. Sergio won't let you. Papa Sergio says no.
I'll say no.
You say no?
Recommend not to.
I like that. God, that is so bright. Like, obviously, it's not going to show up on camera just how bright these are. Probably should stop looking at it. That's rad. I like that.
Okay, let's go dim.
All right, we'll go dim. Obviously, these are just running lights. That's like plenty. I like the look, dude. I'm kind of glad you went instead of just a single little LEDs. Like the wider looks better, because I know like on the Raptors it's actually like a 1 inch, maybe a little bit smaller, of like 2 or 3 LEDs in the actual thing. Whereas, I really do dig that look. Ooh, there you go. All right, what do you guys think? In the comment section, should we go full brightness or should we leave it as it is right now? Which is surprisingly, that's the dim mode.
Everybody's gonna say, right?
What are they gonna say?
Full bright. Fuck it.
Nah, man, we've got very responsible people in the comment section. They're going to be like, you guys should abide by all the laws that the great state of California has put out for you.
You don't want people to horn at you every like 10 minutes at night. It's going to be like...
Well, no, that just means Chris has to get a bigger horn, so when they honk at him, he can honk back at them with a bigger horn. Nah, that looks rad, Sergio. I dig it. I like how far back they are. I like that you're really not going to see them except for when they're lit up at night. So anybody, running a stock GMC grill that wants to do this, or any kind of crazy custom stuff, IEP.
IEP, man.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey Chris, we got your new ride, buddy.
For me?
Yeah, dude. Happy birthday, bro.
You got some Lysol?
Yeah, a little bit. Woo, look at that, Chris. You know, in waiting for Chris' truck to get finalized out there, and I wanted to get dark to really see what the lights look like, we did just get a fresh order here of all the Skull snapback hoodies. So everybody that's been waiting on those, back in stock. There will be a link right there somewhere on the screen, as well as there's always one down in the description. Well, I had hoped it'd be a little bit darker by the time I was done doing work board orders today, so I guess we're gonna look at Chris's lights once we get back to the house, and hopefully again it's a little bit darker. But if you were watching my Instagram today, which would have been like, I don't even know, 5 days before this video goes live, I mentioned that the next 20 orders that came in, I was going to include a signed picture of my truck. Well, I figure I should offer that to my YouTube family too, because I know not all of you guys follow me on Instagram, or not all of you guys have an Instagram. So this is what we're gonna do. The next 20 orders that come in after this video goes live, so 3 p.m. Pacific time, the first 20 orders are all going to include a signed picture of my truck. That is if you want it. I mean, if you don't want it, you're probably gonna get it anyway, but either way, we're gonna send out a signed picture of the truck. I don't know if you guys can see that in the mirror. We got a Silverado rocking some Grille lights too. What are the odds? He actually did the similar style to the way I did it on my Silverado using the LED bolt lights. I guess we all just want to be Raptors. Alright guys, well, I lost a little bit of patience before ending this video. It's not super dark, but obviously it's dark enough. Also went ahead and lit up Chris's white Phoenix light bar that he's got down below. Good news is they don't wash each other out, so I really dig the look. I was over here looking at the Ford, and I don't know, what do you guys think? What if we did something similar? There's plenty of room up in the Ford grill here, and a nice flat spot up underneath their giant flat spot. We could shove some in the back. I think the Ford would look good with the little 3-style lights there on the front. Well, hold on. With the little 3-style lights there on the front, I think it might be a kind of rad look. Let me know down in the comments. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now, that we do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah.